My name's Shannon Eaton. I have partnered with Mindful Therapy Group for almost 2 years. Prior to that, I had some experience with CMHCs for a few years and then eventually just decided to venture out and start my own practice for sure. I've been practicing now for 5 years as an NP. My initial reason for even looking for something different was I was seeing over 20 patients a day sometimes. I was overwhelmed as a new provider. You go from expert to novice, from being a nurse for over 20 years to a provider. And that was really kind of starting me to experience my own mental health issues. And I knew that there had to be a different way. I just didn't know how to get there. And so my goals really were to work for myself or partner with someone where it was more my own practice, learn more about business, see less clients because, I think we have to be mindful of our own mental health and take care of ourselves. And it was really affecting mine to, feel overwhelmed by seeing 20 some patients a day sometimes. And I really wanted to take time so my patients could have good outcomes. So Mindful really gave me both of that. I was able to kind of start my own practice, but also partner with guidance on business decisions and things like that. So that's been great for me. It's hard to say there's one thing. I think just being open to knowing that things would be difficult for me in the beginning because I didn't really know what I was doing and I didn't really understand parts of my business that I needed to, but I was patient with that process, at least as patient as I could be, and I asked for guidance when I needed it. It seems like anytime I've asked account managers or other staff for help, depending on what the issue was, they were more than happy to explain things to me and help me learn more. I think also having a previous experience that was negative and knowing what I did not want helped me set up my practice for myself the way that I could manage it day to day. And so now I see somewhere between 9 and 11 clients a day, and that's a lot more doable than what I was doing before. So there were multiple factors that really came to me being successful and starting my practice. But I think really just being patient with the process and asking questions when you do have them and getting answers, and then just changing small things one at a time. I live in Missouri, and with the COVID epidemic and also changes in law, the Right and High Act was sort of on hiatus during those 2 years. And at one point, we started talking about it as an organization and what does that mean for out-of-state providers? And, I had to make a decision, what am I going to do? Because I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't know if I would have to come every month. I was concerned about the financial aspect of that as well as traveling. I knew that I was committed to doing it. I just didn't know long-term what that looked like for me. So I just made the arrangements. My first trip was in November of 2022. I wasn't really sure what office I was going to. I wasn't really sure what it was going to look like, but I knew I wanted to see as many clients as I could when I came. So through careful planning, we arranged for all of my clients that were on controlled substances to be there and for me to have new intake clients. First, I went to Northgate and had a good experience there. The last 2 trips, I've come to Elliott Bay, which is a little more central location for my patients, but I also enjoy it here because I'm near so much to do. I really have always enjoyed meeting my clients in person, and being a telehealth provider, I've kind of at times felt isolated. So it's been super great to come here and not only meet my account manager in person, but also many of the people who helped me on board and that I've met throughout that whole process over the last 2 years. It's great because sometimes we'll go out to dinner, we do things outside of work just to get to know each other better. And I love that I've kind of built a whole external network here in my home away from home in Seattle. Telehealth actually, in some ways as a provider, has been better for me because I like to talk to people. And sometimes when people are sitting in your office, it's kind of hard to make that exit plan and stay on schedule. But it's also very isolating. And even though I try to build strong relationships through telehealth, My clients are always more than willing to come and meet me, often rearranging their schedule to be here. And initially, I thought, okay, I'm going to go there and I'm going to see who I have to see. And maybe I'll see some new clients too and meet them there. But really, what I found out is where I have holes in my schedule, I can fill that in with clients who are already existing with me and they want to meet me in person. And I think it just really solidifies that client-patient relationship, and they look forward to coming. So that's been a really fun thing for me to be able to see them multiple times now in person, even though I didn't really have to. I think it was a great relationship building situation for me and my clients. Goals, I have different ones. I mean, it started with growing my own practice and sort of evolved into more of a financial goal. Like, what is my financial goal this year? I probably, because I'm 50, I know that I don't have 25 years left to work, or at least I hope I don't. So right now I'm planning for my future. One thing that is actually a goal I've kind of met, but I'm always going to be evaluating, is my schedule and how well does that reflect what I want my business to look like. I think at the current time, I have a schedule that I could have only dreamed of, 3 years ago. I have breaks built in where I need them. I see less than half the clients that I used to see on a daily basis, which gives me a little bit more, work-life balance. And I'm meeting my financial goals. The biggest thing really was I was very uncertain, probably like many of you are now considering joining. It's exciting, but it's terrifying all at the same time, and you don't know what to expect. And for me, reading online, reading reviews, talking to other providers, and seeing those videos was really epic in helping me make that decision.